Hey everyone, welcome back to Calliope Flower Farm. Today I am planting dahlias. We have been just blessed with the most amazing weather for the past couple of days, and it looks like it's staying around for a little while longer, or hopefully for many more months. We're getting temperatures in the 20s Celsius, which is I think between 70 and 80 Fahrenheit, which is very unusual for April, and we were having frosts like up until last week. But our nighttime temperatures are around 5 to 10 degrees Celsius, which is about 45 to 50 Fahrenheit. So that's plenty safe to plant these dahlias, and it is my first time planting dahlias, so you will be learning alongside me. I am not an expert by any means, but I've done quite a lot of research, and yeah, I will show you what I'm doing. First off, this is the bed that I'm planting them in. It's fairly good soil. I'm doing a no-dig method where I laid down cardboard on, it's about 5 feet wide, 5.5 feet wide. And earlier in about January, I laid cardboard down on this half, and then I laid cardboard and more soil. You can see cardboard there just a couple days ago. So I'm planting the dahlias in the soil that's had time to settle over the winter because the cardboard's all broken down, and I dug these holes, and the soil's looking really good. So for dahlias, you really want to make sure that you have really nicely well-draining soil, high fertility, and high amounts of sunshine. So what I did was I laid these strings. I attached them to these, just these plant markers that I have that I'm not using right now. I attached the twine and then strung it from one end of the bed to the other to keep a straight line. And then I dug holes according to Floret Flower Farm's guidelines. So the rows are 18 inches apart and the holes are 12 inches apart. That's what she recommends for like high intensity, small space planting. Yeah, and then they're 4 to 6 inches deep, the holes. Actually, they're a little bit deeper than that just because I was getting the ground nice and cultivated. So kind of what I usually do is I dig the holes a little bit too deep and then wearing gloves, just kind of like go like this to make the hole the right depth, but it's easier to make a hole shallower than deeper. So I have 15 tubers, so I have a row of 10 and then a row of 5. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm not stepping. Okay, this is the problem with like not having any pathways. Make sure I'm not stepping on these baby cosmos that I just planted out today. So my plan is to have sunflowers up against the wall, and then dahlias, and then cosmos and zinnias in this bed. This will be like my main cut flower bed. Just laid out my tubers in their plastic bags down this row. I have some singlet varieties, Valley Porcupine, or no, sorry, 3 Valley Porcupines, and then some singlet varieties, 1 Bahama Mama, Colorado Classic, and Alloway Candy, and then I have Pam Howden, 3 of those, and 1 Ferncliff Copper, and then 2 more Ferncliff Coppers on the next row, and then 3 Valley Rust Buckets. Well, I'll show you what these tubers look like. They're kind of freaky. I like that the person, I got these from a local farm, and she's written on the tubers with Sharpie. That's a great way, if you're dividing them yourself, to remember which ones they are. So we'll just go through a little bit of anatomy. So this is the tuber body, and this is the tuber neck that connects the body to the eyes, and the eyes are on this end. So I was a little bit concerned looking at these because I can't really make out any sprouting eyes. Hacked, mainly you want to check for any rot, any breakage. You can tell this is where an eye was last year, because there's the stem from last year. So as long as it has these all intact, kind of the head intact and the neck intact and the body intact, and there's no rot, then it should be good. You want to lay it down horizontally in the ground, the growing eye up. So if you can see there, you can see it's a little tricky on this one because you can't really see where the eyes are growing this year, but you can see from last year that's the stem, so you want to have that facing up. If you can make out any visible growing eyes, you want to have those facing up, but I'm going to lie mine down this way. So you just place it in the hole like that, and that's about 4 to 6 inches. I don't generally measure depth because I can kind of eyeball it, but if you want to be specific, you can get a ruler. Okay, little baby dahlia, have a good sleep, and I'll see you soon. This one is Ferncliff Copper, and I wanted to show you this growing eye because it's really prominent here. So if you see that, you want that to be facing up. I've been using the Hori knife to dig holes for my dahlias. This is fantastic. And of course I forgot to put gloves on. That's how I do. Just widening out this hole a little bit because this tuber is extremely long. So I'm just widening it out. Hoping the soil is light enough. We do have quite clay soil here, so some roots in here. I'm a little bit worried about that, about rot, but that's why I'm not going to be leaving them in the winter. We could leave them in the winter because we're zone 8A or 8B here, but it's the winter wet that kills things here because we get so much rain in the winter. Okay, that's all the dahlias planted, and I've just put their little bags on top of their planting holes just to remember what I planted where, because of course I'm always running out of labels. So I'm going to try and find some labels for those, and then I'm going to give them a quick water, and then yeah, fingers crossed everything goes according to plan and we have some beautiful dahlias here soon. Let me know if you're planting dahlias this year, and any helpful tips or tricks, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.